You're watching the 50 States of AR-15 on Big Gunner 81. Brought to you by BATArms.com.
Welcome everyone to the 50 States of AR-15. I'm your host, Rick, also by Big Gunner 81, with Mike today from what was formerly Dayton Machine. Now it's called
Quality Machine of Iowa.
So, how did you get into machining? Like, how did that interest get sparked, and so forth?
When I first got out of high school, I was trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and I met a couple of guys that were machinists, and it seemed like they made a decent wage, and I thought, okay, this looks like something that interests me, and so I went to tech school and learned about it, and just started working in machine shops, and eventually I got interested in, I could do this myself, so then that's when I got into starting my own shop.
So you're more of a hands-on type person, like the mechanical aspects, that's like what you excel at, basically?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so how did you get into this business of making firearms components and barrels and things?
In the early 90s, I met Randy Luth.
Okay.
At that time, he was getting DPMS off the ground, and one of his pains was he didn't have a good barrel manufacturer. So then I took on the task of developing a process to make barrels in a CNC.
Okay.
And then started making parts for DPMS.
So how many barrels were you going through a year with them? That'd be a lot.
Oh, at the end, when we were doing parts for them in Minnesota here, it was 1,000 to 1,500 barrels a week.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
So now, like we mentioned, formerly Dayton Machine. Tell us a little about what's going on with the company now and how things are progressing.
Well, we merged with Quality Machine of Iowa, and that's still kind of going through the merger process. It's very new. We just started it maybe a month and a half ago, and so we're getting into making bolts for companies and rifle barrels. And now we've got a customer that requires pistol barrels, and we start out with a solid piece of bar stock, and then we gun drill it and ream it and rifle it here with a button. And then these are all in process parts. We do 357 Magnums and 45s, and here's a completed barrel.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So tell us a little more about some of the barrels that you manufacture now currently.
Right now we've got several customers that we're making. This is a 223 Wild 16-inch chromoly barrel. It's not mag phosed yet, but it would need a coating on it of some sort. And this is the one that's going to be going into your gun. And what we do with those, we can't gun drill that long and skinny, so we get in a barrel blank, and then we chamber it. It's already gun drilled, reamed, and rifled. And then we chamber it and do the outside work on it. We also make the extensions in-house and assemble them, and then they go out for plating and then eventually to the customer.
Very cool. And now, outside of the gun world, you also do some other interesting things as well.
Yep.
See some other components that you manufacture.
Yep.
A lot of people that don't know, too, from the machining aspect of it, a lot of companies are job shops, as we would say.
Yep.
And they do all types of stuff, but the gun part is just a portion of it.
Right.
So tell us a little bit more about the other side of things.
Well, we got into these Honda Racing Cam cores, and they get heat treated and ground after this. One thing that made us kind of a good fit for these guys is there's an oil hole that's gun drilled all the way through here.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we're able to do that in-house also rather than having that sent out. And then this is a pipe flange. It goes on to municipal piping, water, sewer, that kind of stuff, mostly for the government part side of it. Municipals will use that kind of stuff.
Gotcha. So on the automotive application here with this cam, you mentioned the gun drilled, like it's a center drilled into the center of it. Just out of curiosity, is that for like oil passages and so forth? Like,
Yep.
Cam timing and things. Not to get too technical, but
well, and then there's
cool.
all the way through here. There's oil holes where the bearing surfaces are.
Oh, sure.
So that's really what that's for. They'll squirt oil down the middle and then come out up into the where the oil in the bearing needs it.
Very cool. So now, are your barrels available to people to purchase direct, or do you sell only to OEM manufacturers?
No, we sell to basically anybody that wants barrels. Anywhere from the wholesaler, or you can buy individual pieces on our website also.
And where can they find your website at?
Actually, we have a firearms dealership that's US Arms Inc., and they can go on there and get the contact information to buy product directly from us.
Very cool. And again, everyone, you'll see his barrel here in the 50 States of AR-15 project for the Minnesota rifle build. So thank you, Mike, again, for taking the time out to do this with us and your contribution to this barrel and everything. And very cool story and some a little bit of background on it and so forth. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, go out and have some fun shooting.